Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Mage.
Greetings.
Today, we are back on the bank alt, guys. Let's see how we did. Jouster's Visor did not sell. A few things didn't sell. Scorpion Scale sold for 4 silver, 26 copper. 20 stack of silk cloth sold for 38 silver, 30 copper. Deep rock salt sold for 4 silver, 31 copper. Bunch of thick leather sold for 5 silver, 58 copper. And our heavy leather sold for 4 silver, 43 copper. Got some rugged leather here selling for 8 silver, 51 copper. More thick leather. And some more, just a bunch of leather sold. Got some more here that I sent over. Let's put this up on the auction house, guys. So we're at 21 gold, 54 silver. We got to try Fire Spec last episode. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. We're going to be doing some more of that today. So let's run a post scan here. And we will undercut the competition, guys. And hopefully we make some more coin. We're currently saving up for our epic mount. That's going to take quite a while, but you know, you got to start somewhere. All right, there we go. All done. Got some auctions up. I guess we'll just hold on to this. We'll eventually sell it all. But let's go and hop on the main mage.
Hello.
All right, here we are back in Ironforge, guys. And we're going to pick up one more quest here. And that is going to be assisting Archdruid Staghelm.
We've stories to tell and kegs to empty. Excuse me, adventurer, but I'd like just a moment of your
Off to
time,
Narcissus
if
we go.
possible. The Cenarian Circle in Narcissus is looking for seasoned adventurers such as yourself to lend them aid in a vital research project. While I do not know the specifics, I can inform you that none other than Archdruid Fandral Staghelm is spearheading this research. Please, if you are interested, speak with him directly in the Cenarian Enclave within Darnassus proper.
All right, so off to the Archdruid Fandral Staghelm. He's got an Ungoro Soil quest I guess we could pick up. We'll probably do a little bit of questing in Ungoro Crater. And I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. Caught a little bit of UFC 313. I can't believe we're at UFC 313. It's crazy how many UFCs there's been. And got to see Pereira fight Magomed Ankalaev. Hopefully I pronounced his name properly because he did fight pretty damn well. Some people think Pereira got cheated, but if you look at the stats, Magomed, Ankalaev, he threw a lot of shots. He outstruck Pereira, especially with the leg kicks. It was a good fight. No takedowns though. They weren't able to take each other down.
If you are here to waste my time, then you are wasting the time of the Cenarian Circle as a whole. For your sake, let us hope that you are not foolish enough to be doing just that. Well now, adventurer. Since you were informed that I was leading this research myself, you obviously
have to
came
go
as quickly as you could.
There's another one here that I should get.
Now that you are here, be sure to pay attention the first time I tell you the details. I have no desire to repeat myself. The soil of Ungoro Crater is reportedly enriched
Can you
with
tell us the
potent
details?
magical
Do we have to
qualities.
talk to him?
I want to know facts from falsehoods. Go into the wilds of Ungoro and acquire enough quality samples of soil for our continued study. You may think that collection tasks are beneath you. That sort of attitude does not endear yourself to me or the Cenarian Circle. Bring the samples to Hanal, who is no doubt wasting time outside behind this tree. Just look for the piles of dirt. He will handle the logistics, not I.
A little confused there. Were we supposed to talk to him? Like, we just turned that in and then we picked up... We picked up Ungoro's soil. A little confused. Want to make sure we didn't mess up anything.
If you are here to waste my time,
Okay.
then you are wasting the time of the scenario
I think we did it.
as a whole. For your sake, let us hope that you are not foolish enough to be doing just that.
I think I just wanted to do that jump again. Okay, so we got some reagents. All right, so we'll head down here now. And we'll turn this quest in Search of Knowledge to Darren Laywent. Show you guys this quest. Where's that? There it is.
While the ruins of Feralis can be quite dangerous, they have much to tell of what has happened here. Searching through the rubble to the south a few days ago, I discovered what appears to be a normal stave. However, I just can't shake the feeling that there is something more to it. Angelus and I have been poring over our books here, but we can't find a thing about it. I have a colleague in Narcissus that may be able to tell us what this is, adventurer. Why don't you go talk to her and see if she can help us?
All right, so she tells us to go look for stuff. Gestures at the pile of books. There's some books here. There it is. Barreless of History. This book looks as if no one has opened it for quite a long time. Its covers are quite worn and its pages yellowed, but after examining it, you notice that it might be just what Troyes is looking for. You pick it up, but realize you should probably ask before borrowing it.
So you'd like to borrow Feralis? A history? Let me think. I will allow you to borrow this book, adventurer, but only if you do something for me first. I have studied
We have to
many
do something
subjects
for
in my
her.
time, and my latest fascination is with the snapjaw that occupy the beach in the hinterlands.
Oh, I know that.
There's one in particular I'd like to see, a giant snapjaw named Gamarita. I'd like to
Gamarita.
go myself, but my research keeps me here. I think a picture of her would be the next best thing.
Did she give us like a
Take this letter
camera?
to Crankle in Tanaris. She has created an invention for me that can capture a picture. She called it a snapshot, I think.
All right, so there we go. We got this little short note here. Now we're gonna head back to. We're gonna go to Searing Gorge. Let's check out this note though. Kurgle, I have been eagerly awaiting your newest invention. I can't wait to begin using it to document my studies. Please entrust it to my messenger. With kindest regards, Darren Laywent. All right, so there we go. We got the letter for Tanaris when we go back there. Picked up a lot of quests. And now we're going to head back to the Searing Gorge. And it was a pretty good fight. I think why people are so mad
Dwarves might have fast steeds, but
that
can those
Pereira
airy pink
lost.
griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
is because his defense was really good. His takedown defense was good. He got some nice strikes, but like he blocked 12 takedown attempts. And I think the UFC, like I kind of agree, the UFC should give a little more credit for takedown defense. Like if somebody misses a takedown, some points should be awarded to the guy that defends it. But Ankalaev, man, that guy just worked harder. It seems like he worked harder. Like he just threw more shots, landed quite a few, especially in the legs. A lot of kicks. But it was a close fight. There should be a rematch, that's for sure. But yeah, Ankalaev is now the light heavyweight champion in the UFC. We'll probably see a rematch. 100%. Kill people killing the elites there. And Grand Theft Auto 5 recently came out with an enhanced version of Grand Theft Auto 5. It's weird how they came out with that. Because, like, you know, you think 6 is coming out soon? And supposedly a lot of people are not too pleased with Grand Theft Auto 5 Enhanced. Supposedly, it's one of the worst reviewed Rockstar games on Steam.
Oh, Burninate's the name, Smithing's my game, and I sell
Let's
a
pick
little
'em all
food and water on the side.
Quest log is
Care
full.
for some meat? When that bastard Maltorius left our clan, he left with something more valuable than a pristine arcane crystal. Our recipe for fiery flux. I'd bet anything that the recipe was part of the deal in his new promotion amongst the Dark Irons. I want you to get our secret plans back, adventurer. I'm sure they're somewhere near Maltorius, deep inside the slag pit. Wouldn't you know it?
Ledger from
Every time old
Tanaris is
Hansel
kind
wants
of...
to take a moment to
we're not
relax
gonna
and
do
reflect
it.
upon his life. The powers that be give him another job. Me gots to think. Come on. You know what I be saying? Come on. So these here greater lava spiders are causing a ruckus of some sort. Oilfist says they shoot fire out there. Yeah, well, anyway, such things upset the children. I guess we gots to kill them. Rather, you gots to kill them. Unfortunately, I can't dish out the beats like I used to, due to this here fat finger problem. You see, the climate out here combined with the lack of air pressure makes me fingers expand. They're like gigantic Thelsamar blood sausages, they are. You're gonna have to carry out me orders of business and what have ye. First on me agenda, pounding the living daylights out of the heavy war golems of the Gorge. Get cracking. Bunions, lad! Me bunions got bunions! How am I supposed to do any sort of killing with me feet in such disarray? That's why you're gonna help. Scrange and Burninate tasked me to kill these things so they can send some expeditionary teams down into the slag pit lava pools to do some exploring. Supposedly some incendosaurs or some such nonsense down there causing all kinds of problems. Now move along and don't come back till the incendosaur population be extinct.
It's pretty cool how we can just switch our spec just out in the world. We don't have to like be in a major city. And we'll continue this quest here. We'll check out Belleroc's story.
Vengeance shall be mine. My father was slain by the filth that inhabits the cauldron. My pleas for assistance to the Stormwind Magistrate fell on deaf ears. Nay, they want not to admit that this part of the world even exists, let alone send their precious military in to administer justice. I seek vengeance, traveler, plain and simple. Is there a more passionate cause in this world? As you can see, I am but one man with a lumbering oaf of a squire. The might of the dark iron dwarves and the beasts held in the grip of Ragnaros would surely overwhelm me alone. But I have the utmost confidence that such a brave and ambitious adventurer such as you would have no problem handling the denizens of the cauldron. Should you choose to assist me, I shall reward you with riches and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Have you heard enough? Are you prepared to act? You have made the right decision, adventurer. We must strike where we will do the most damage. The 4 sentry towers. With the 4 towers in flames, we can initiate an offensive before they have time to react. You will need the proper tool to set the towers ablaze. To make the tool requires some materials. Bring me 4 hearts of flame and 4 golem oil, and I shall craft the torch of flawless flame. The golems and elementals of these lands should be your first target.
Big crits. Evocate here. Yeah, fire's probably the way to go. It's sometimes the frost ability for those golems, they don't even like do any damage. There we go, guys. We got a lot of quests here in the Searing Gorge now. We'll be here for a little bit. Until we hit like 49, then we'll go do a BG. I got to get the quest still for Sunken Temple as well. So we'll focus on that too. We dropped quite a few quests. We have some Sunken Temple quests here. I don't think Mazen's Behest is here, but check it out. Oops, wrong button. Make a mana citrine. And there we go. Do a little bit of drinking. Fire spells probably won't do too much damage to the Inferno elementals. Good thing is we can get the Heart of Flame from these magma ones as well. And NVIDIA has announced their 5060 and 5060 Ti that will be coming out, I think, at the end of the month. And these are to, I guess, compete with the Intel cards. You know, the Intel Arc, I think it's called like B580 or something like that. Pretty much entry-level cards are between like $200 to $300 American. They're pretty good. 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Better than the card I currently have. And, probably see him out in a month. We'll get to see a bunch of videos coming up, just people testing them out. So the 5060 Ti could have 16 or 8 gigabytes of VRAM. 5060 will have 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And then they're coming out with a 5050, which I think is like the one that's supposed to be like the real entry-level card to compete with the Intel ones. And that's going to have 8 gigabytes of VRAM, but it's GDDR6 instead of 7, so last generation. It's a rumor, though, so we'll see if that's true. That would be good, because we need just like PCs shouldn't be like, you know, $2,000. You know what I mean? The game should be able to, you know, build a PC for like $500 and it can play, you know, games like this, like WoW and Marvel Rivals and all that stuff. Fortnite, Counter-Strike. Let's keep dealing with these spiders. As long as we haven't been ganked yet. There's Blackrock Mountain right up there. Usually a lot of ganking right at the entrance. Could go check it out for a bit. There you go, we got a crit. Let's go check it out. Why not? See if we get ganked. Seems to be a lot of Alliance running in and out, so I think we'll be fine. Here it is, the doors. The Blackrock Mountain. Oh, we discovered it. I can tell there's been some PvP going on here. This guy will kill me. I'll leave you alone. It's kind of cool, I guess. I'm a low level. See, it's like not everybody's toxic in PvP, but sometimes it's a bit rough. Oh, Nixia's dropping. But yeah, right over here is where Blackwing Lair is. You take like the chain up. Blackrock Spires over here as well. Blackrock Depths is down here. Same with inside of Blackrock Depths is Molten Core. I think that's it. There's upper and lower Blackrock Spire there, Blackrock Depths, Molten Core, Blackwing Lair. And that's it. But that's a lot of loot. A lot of endgame stuff there. And you can jump down into the lava, you won't die. But you will take some like damage while you're like getting ticks. But you usually have enough time to like make it to the ramp to live. You gotta watch out when you jump in hardcore, because if you land here, I've seen people die here. They jump and they they die. Gotta make sure you jump into the lava. Kind of interesting, man. Like, we're just walking by Horde. I guess everyone's just focused on, like, doing their thing, getting into the dungeon that they want to do. Not many griefers on Layer 1 at the moment. That's why PvP servers they're not that bad. Yeah, you don't really get ganked that much. Just like the odd time you do. I just like having the option of being able to, to choose if I want to, fight or not. But yeah, it is annoying if you get, killed while you're doing something. Some people just aren't into that. I heard this interesting story. This happens a lot in WoW. So a group was in Maradon, and they got to Princess Theradris. I wonder what this guy was doing. And the Blackstone ring dropped, right? And that's the ring everybody wants. This is a physical DPS, 20 attack power, 1% chance to hit, 6 stamina. And I think the person who made the group rezzed it and told people in the group just not to roll on it, right? So if they get to the boss, they're just gets slain, it drops, they roll on it, they win the he loses the thing he wanted to res. But that's just how it is, man. What do you got to do? And he's like upset about it, like thinking like it's terrible what happened to him, but it's a life lesson. Can't always trust random people, man. To follow the rules that you make. And they rolled on it, they took it, they left. And what you got to do to make sure that doesn't happen to you is you got to remember to change the loot to master loot, man. You do that at the last boss. Just change the master loot, and then you get the item at the end. You just give out the other items. Just classic, you ask the group to roll, and everybody rolls, and whoever wins the rolls wins the other items. And it guarantees that you get the item that you wanted. And I can understand getting upset about that, but it is a little bit naive to think that people that don't know you will just be, will just follow your rules, right? They're probably not going to at the end of the day. Now, if they're in your guild then they have like an incentive to like, you know, make sure to help you out, right? Because, you know, people you raid with usually are cool with each other. Could you imagine the guild drama if that happened in a guild? Someone would end up leaving, that's for sure. But yeah, make sure you do Master Looter. Now, an even dirtier move is you're doing a run, Princess Theragus run. You have the group, and then right before the boss, you kind of do like a sneak Master Looter. and then it drops, and you just take it and leave. That's called being a ninja. And that's a slimy move. I think that's worse than what happened to him, where the people just rolled on the loot, right? But yeah, it happens all the time, man. People don't follow the rules. It's just a class. It's been happening in WoW for like a long time. Like when I join a pug, I kind of expect things to like, you know, like if an item drops to the guy who's running it, like if he takes it, I'm not surprised. Usually pugs go well, though. The problem with pugs is that there's a lot of wiping. That's one thing I don't like about pugs. But if the content's easy, and you know your group kind of gears it, or you have some people that have pretty good gear to carry the group, then pugs are usually pretty good. Like you probably have clean molten core runs right now that are just pug groups. I haven't really checked. The global channels. There's a looking for group channel. I guess we can check it out for a second. A lot of spam here. This kind of cleans up the spam. There's this add-on called Looking for Group Bulletin Board. Yeah, you see a bunch of molten cores here. So this is a molten core, 2 soft res. So that means you can res. Soft res means like it. You res the item, but other people can res it too. That's what a soft res is. So hard res is like if it drops, it's yours. Soft res is if it drops, anybody else who has it as a soft res will also be able to roll on it. So these guys just do two soft res, and they do molten core, and it's probably pretty clean. And you don't have to, and you can kind of just like come and go as you please, because it's not like a guild run. I don't think they really expect you to be there every week. And it's a good way of making a guild. Like, if you're thinking about making a guild, just doing bug runs like that, you kind of form a guild that way. So it's a good way of recruiting as well. Like, if people like your raid environment, like a lot of damage there, man. These elementals don't mess around. But yeah, if they like your raid environment, they'll most likely join your guild. So it's a good way of forming a guild. Here's some guild recruiting players. 30-minute MC, 20-man, and 20-man Anixia. The reason why people do 20-man Anixia instead of 40-man, better chance of getting the loot you want. That's really all it is. So that means these guys probably raid like for like an hour or maybe an hour and a half tops per week. Which is another cool thing about Classic at the beginning. It doesn't require... The schedule's not too bad. Like just a half an hour or an hour a week. It's pretty relaxed. But as the raids start to pile up, like once BWL comes out, then everybody will be doing Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and Onyxia's Lair all in 1 week. And then after that, you know, AQ40 will come out, Zul'Gurub, and then people will be doing, you know, Zul'Gurub, AQ40, AQ20, Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and Onyxia's Lair, all in 1 week. That's when the game is at its peak, I think. This is when AQ40's out. There's a lot to do. It seems like they're... I don't know how the pace is. Like, is the pace that they're coming out with... Was Blackwing Lairs... This is going to be the beginning of Phase 3. On the 20th. So, we've already gone through 2 phases. I've started this character the first day when Anniversary started. I'm not even 60 yet. I'm playing like 30 minutes to an hour a day. Pretty casual. And like, I'm not even 60 yet, but I don't really mind. But, it's supposed to last a year. Gone through, what, 3 months? So in the next 9 months, we'll see the release of AQ40 and Nax. And also Zul'Gurub. So we'll see how that goes. 9 months isn't that long, man. Because Nax is pretty hard. You gotta give people a little bit of time with Nax, I think. Kind of wish they made it like a year and a half. Classic from 2019 lasted 2 years. People thought that was a little too long. But I thought it was pretty good. There we go. We finally got some golem oil. But there is a group of players that are kind of just waiting for TBC. They just don't like vanilla as much. And that makes sense. And the players that do like vanilla obviously have, you know, an alternative. They can always just go to Classic Era. While the TBC fans don't really have anything other than Anniversary right now. So that's a fair reason why they're kind of rushing through it. I like TBC. It's cool. I like vanilla more, but TBC's got a pretty good mix. Every class is viable, which is nice. Not like Boomkins are a lot better. Rep Paladins. Alliance and Horde both have Shamans, so you can play pretty much whatever. It doesn't really matter what faction you play. You get all the classes. And I would say the raids are better in TBC. And the beginning's my favorite part. I'll 100% make sure I experience that again. When the portal opens and everybody's just fighting in Hellfire Peninsula, that's always a blast. Looking forward to that again. I wonder what changes they'll make to TBC. Right? Saw a few changes here in vanilla with dual spec, which is cool. I like it. But yeah, I wonder what changes we'll see in TBC to make it a little bit better. Maybe tune down the attunements, maybe. Who knows? That's one thing I avoided in TBC. I didn't really want to do the Karazhan attunement. So I kind of waited for later in the patch to play. That's the cool thing too. Like you can join later or like start raiding later and still do the content, but you just don't have to do the attunement crap. But attunements are cool. It's cool having to go through a quest. It's kind of lost now in MMOs. They don't have to really do that anymore. Let's do a little evocate here. Yeah, I just leveled up my rogue and druid, and I think I started during Tempest Keep, Serpent Shrine Cavern. And then they removed the requirement for Karazhan attunement eventually. So I didn't have to do it, and I thought that was good. That was a good time to join. Maybe we'll do it on this mage. We'll check out the Karazhan attunement. And the flying, flying is so brutal in TBC. Like if you don't get the epic like the first version of flying, you're honestly much faster on your mount. Like I think it goes like 60 or 40% movement speed. It's pretty bad. You're going so slow. And really all you're just using it for is to get to the zone where Tempest Keep is. I forget the name of the zone, but you have to, yeah, you need a flying mount to get up there. This does do a lot of damage. There we go, we finally got a Heart of Flame. Looks like we got like our own little spot here. We can just hang out and do quests. We haven't been bothered by anybody. Get to see people running up and down, going into Blackrock Mountain. Should I just do Pyroblast? You know, I haven't really been doing Pyroblast is because the damage just sucks. But the dot's good. I've got one crit yet. There we go. Increases critical strike chance for fire damage spells by 70%, so it's gone up by quite a bit. Pretty much have like a guaranteed crit coming up. Try with a Pyroblast, see what happens. I'm not going to do it on this Inferno Elemental, though. That probably resist it. We go, do it to this Bagnon Elemental. Oh, look at that. Crit. Pyroblast crit. Oh, wow. Our Mark of the Chosen went off. All stats increased by 25. It's actually getting some benefit out of that. So we're taking some hits here. It looked like a Mark of the Wild buff when it came up. That's from our trinket, if you don't remember. This has a 2% chance when struck in combat, increasing all stats by 25 for 1 minute. Guess we'll try to take advantage of it while it's still up. He has so much health, man. They are higher level than us. Just need 4 more spiders and we're done with them. I think we'll get the lookouts here as well. I'm looking forward to 50. We'll get a better water. Could use it. What's going on here? Is he fighting both of them? Yeah, they are. No problemo. I wonder if they'll gank me after. I think we're just trying to get the lookout spyglass. We don't really have the... Eventually we have to mark these towers. There's a little gnome corpse right there. That's kind of sad to see. Try to find more spiders here. Maybe we should have just stayed back. Probably a better chance of finding them. Wanted to see where our Earth was. It's at Theramore Isle. Pyroblast. Oh, 50 orc warrior there. I wonder if you would attack me. I should probably have my Frostbolt as rank 1. Oh, he got wrecked. Poor guy. This level 60 rogue just dices him up. Tough being Horde, man. Oh, look at us. Now it's our turn. See you later, alligator. Oh, okay. Can I mount up? Nope. Then we got diced. Poor guy. I could have got away from that guy if I mounted faster. Could have polyed him too. Probably couldn't get out of it. That's what I should have done. That guy was sweaty too, man. Threw a grenade at me. Imagine throwing a grenade as a level 60 at a level 48. What a waste of a grenade. But we could have got away. I should have just polymorphed him and then probably would have been good from there. Should have just stayed in our little corner over here. Slaying lava spiders. But it goes both ways, you know? It's just how it is. The killing never stops. You go quick here. Would have been nice if we had Frost Shield too, man. We wouldn't have died as quick. A blast wave more. Resisted our blast wave. Tauren warrior over there. I also think being in this guild, big PvP, is probably a reason why. It's like a mark on my head. They're kind of known as like the toxic alliance PvP guild on the server, so I guess people like, you know, they see that you're in that guild, you're probably getting attacked. Which is fine. We're going to be doing a little bit of world PvP and stuff like that. We hit 60. Kind of want to do that instead of raiding this time around. So last time I played, I made a guild with my friends and then I just tanked. That's all I did. I just tanked raids. Did a bit of PvP, but I didn't really get to have much fun with it because, you know, they didn't have dual spec, so the cost of switching specs before raid, like switching from like a PvP spec to a raid spec was just a headache, so. But I did PvP a bit because I actually got an amazing item for warriors, guys. I think the first Molten Core we did, I got it. I got Bone Reaver's Edge. That's like the best PvP, one of the best PvP two-handers for warriors in the game. So chance on hit, your attacks ignore 700 of your enemy's armor for 10 seconds. This stacks up 3 times, so it goes to like 2100 armor. And it improves your chance to get a crit by 1% too. 16 stamina, 75.9 damage per second. The chance on hit, the armor stack up is amazing. So say you have a healer just healing you in like a Warsong Gulch. They could just heal you with Bone Reaver's Edge. And you just sit on a priest. Eventually the stacks will go up. They'll have like 2100 less armor. And if you think about that, that's a lot of armor, guys. You're pretty much naked at that point. You have no armor. So if you look at the armor I have 814 armor. All right, nice. We got all the golem oil now. So 2 stacks, I have no armor. 1 stack, I have like 114 armor. It's basically nothing. So it's like you're hitting like someone who's pretty much naked. So the damage you're doing with your physical attacks is insane. Because the people you're like the priest you're hitting, it doesn't have any armor at all. Like once that like power word shields down, they just get completely wrecked. And that's why you have to peel those warriors off. Like say you're a rogue or a mage, you have to peel those warriors off of the priest. But if you have a healer healing you, they just dispel the polymorphs and all that stuff. Really, the only class that can peel well is a rogue. Rogues are the best at peeling mobs off of healers. Also, really good at stopping healers from being able to heal as well, because they can kick and gouge, and they can pretty much stop all your casts. Stuns. Yeah, it's a lot of fun having Bone Reaver's Edge with the healer, and you just chase it down Clothies. But Mage is going to be a lot of fun. Like the cool thing about Mage is you don't really need like all that gear. Mage is just a cool class in general. Warrior is kind of gear dependent, but once you get the gear, they're a blast. That's why they're like the ultimate classic class. 0 to hero, you know what I mean? Everybody loves that kind of class. I would probably make a warrior on this, but I don't know, probably not. I don't know if I want to level another warrior since I'm leveling the hardcore one, but if the hardcore one dies, I could bring him over to Dream Scythe, but you know, I don't want him to die. And I kind of want... I played Warrior last time, so I'm not really that interested in Warrior Endgame again. But it is the funnest class. One of the best classes to play. Mage is up there, too. I think Mage is a blast. Like, if you don't have a lot of time, Mage is the best to play. Because you can do pretty much everything with Mage. You can farm gold well with Mage. PvP is good. PvE is good. You level pretty damn quick if you know, AoE farm and stuff.
When Lolo doesn't want to spill any of his precious ale or get his little dress dirty, I'm called in.
Alright, so there we go.
Old Hansel is the dwarf they use to mete out a little bit of justice and a whole lot of pain. I think I'm getting a cold. Damn this frigid climate.
Alright, so there we go. We got that quest done. Took us a little bit of time, but we did pick up a lot of quests and we completed quite a few. I think next episode, guys, we'll probably just continue questing here in the Searing Gorge. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.